welcome back on today's episode of Rock Conversation. Now with me, I've got my namesake. His name is David. Hi, David.
Hey, David.
Nice to have you on the show. Hi, okay.
Hi, David.
Okay, so okay, is back on the show for the second time because everyone seems to enjoy Oke's vibe on the show, and that's why we have her back on the show. So season 1, I think we had Oyin on the show twice because Oyin's vibe was also good on the show. So I mean, no disrespect to people that we did have you twice on the show. Don't mind me. I just feel it's based on popular demand, and that's why we have Oke back on the show. So thank you for coming today.
Thank you.
So today's episode is Raw Couch Conversation, and on Raw Couch Conversation, what we're going to be talking about will be random topics, random scenario topics where people have sent in, and then things people have spoken about in terms of what they are going through, the situation they are in at the moment, and likes of it. So at the moment, I've got 4 to 5 areas that I would likely touch today, and then because of time, we might just have to solely talk about it in literally in a go. So that's what we'll be doing today. So there's a saying that women are likely to get a yes when they shoot their shot. So does that make men so cheap? And then
Yes.
do you feel that and then do you feel that it's so easy? I mean, men have standard. I for one I do. No, but really that's it.
That's
really.
for
So-
all women around the world.
Okay,
Just-
so do you think men have standard? So David, let's start with David.
Really?
Because already has our own opinions. David, what's yours?
Would I say men have standard?
It's
feel
giving
like,
parched.
That's my own feeling. I said I feel men have standards.
It's
also.
giving thirsty.
But what I'm saying is
It's
do you
giving
think
desperate.
Men are so easy to get if a woman should shoot their shot.
Yes.
I mean, if I don't like you, why should I give it?
Desperate.
well,
Thirsty. Haven't had some in a while.
Okay, please
Ego.
help me out here. I'm trying to come up with something.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to come up.
Yes. So what I mean is, I wouldn't necessarily say like men are cheap, but the truth is,
Flattered.
men kind of feel
You're
flattered
usually
when
not
a
the
woman, 'cause
aggressor.
Like
Yeah.
I've said initially, women are in demand and men are the supply.
Do you want to say that to the camera in here?
Women are in demand and men are the supply. I know there are certain ladies that would
If a man
prefer.
is a supplier, then you should know your what.
Wait, but there are more women than men in the world. Is it that women have been socialized to be pursued and men socialized to be the aggressors or pursuers? And so when the game is flipped, you are flattered and you don't know how to handle the
No,
situation.
not in every circumstance.
Okay.
Because there are circumstances where, like, this thing is not in black and white. There's usually a gray area when you look at it.
Yeah.
Because there are times, like, you've heard men sleep with their house girl. It doesn't mean that you were attracted to her.
So what now? Let's see if you're
No,
not
so-
attracted to. I mean, as a man, how do you sleep
Like-
with someone you're not attracted to? I don't understand.
You can.
Oh, they are definitely
not-
attracted.
wait,
I just think
don't-
there might
don't
be a
ask-
power
Yeah, I feel
dynamic
like to a large
there.
extent, if you sleep
Don't
with your
ask
house,
me like. Don't ask me like it's me you're talking to.
No, there's also, I think,
No,
in those particular
wait, I
situations.
feel if you sleep with your
So I
house,
want you to
your
have an
house
open
girl,
mind about this. Like,
I feel
it's
like you're
POV.
attracted to the person.
No, yes, but
No, I
there's
feel like
also a
it's
power
POV,
dynamic
'cause
usually.
Usually, before anybody like has sexual relationships, and I'm talking about a man now. Before
Yeah.
any man has a sexual relationship with somebody, like probably it's just that moment. You probably don't even like the person.
So
They're
you're
saying,
spontaneous.
Yeah, like it's very spontaneous. Imagine if we have seen scenarios where the house girl is wearing something skimpy and all of that. She's trying to make moves, and this guy is
So could
looking.
it be the guy
I'm
was just
coming.
horny? Could it be
I'm
he was just horny.
coming. Yeah,
I
he's
know you
looking
guys-
at her and he's like, nasty.
So,
no, I would
I'm
not
sorry,
do
can
that.
I take that
Yeah,
back?
He's looking at that and he's like, nasty. No, I would not do that. Second day, third day, and then one day he's very vulnerable, and then probably his wife is been away for like 2 months, 3 months. You get, and then that
Sounds
that
like
made-
a lot of
But-
excuses,
like-
but
but
David,
okay.
that's an excuse for a man to
No,
be
no,
Sounds
out
like-
there.
I'm
sound-
not saying-
it-
I'm not saying
it's
an
a lot
excuse.
of
I'm trying to say-
mansplaining.
I'm trying to say it's not
It's-
like
it's a
not
lot.
like men are actually cheap because of that. I feel like we're more sexually fine-tuned than women.
Well, who told you that?
I'm not saying sexually active than women. I'm saying fine-tuned because
What does that mean?
it means like when I get horny, my dick stands. Yours.
It means you have no
doesn't show.
self-control.
No.
All right, I'm
It's-
gonna push you a bit. I'm gonna push you a bit.
There's a physical
no,
representation of your arousal.
physique.
What does
I'm
that
gonna push you a
mean?
bit,
It's
yeah?
physiology.
David, I'm gonna push you a bit. So, okay, I need your opinion on women are most likely to get a yes when they shoot their shots.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell me, what do you think?
I like I said, I think it's giving parched. It's giving desperate. It's giving. I'm usually on the hunt. I am flattered that someone is paying me mind. I've been trying real hard. I haven't gotten some. And so yeah.
So do you think it's ideal for a lady to shoot a shot?
Yeah. If you want to.
But how do they handle the rejection when
I just think they shoot shots differently. I think men are more obvious, women more subtle. So Uncle's point about the house girl wore skimpy clothes, is that her inviting you, or is that you assuming that she's trying to invite you?
So I feel like
what if it was both?
So I feel like
It could be.
men are wired to read those subtle informations.
Or are you wired to interpret it a certain way? Because I could dress for me. I want to dress skimpy today because I feel like a bad
You're
bitch.
interpreting it already.
Do you know a lot of times women dressing doesn't have anything to do with men?
How do you mean?
It means I probably want to impress my fellow women. I'm not necessarily thinking about how a man sees me. And I think men interpret things through a male gaze.
So are you saying that ladies don't dress with the perception of how a guy will see them when they have
Let me
hair?
ask you a question. Have you ever been to a bachelorette party?
That's the one for ladies now.
No, I'm just saying there could be 0 men in the building and we would all be dressed the way we would be, quote unquote, dressed, if not worse.
So
if we were going to a club, right?
Yeah.
And so it's the assumption that we're dressing for the male gaze is also problematic. Because sometimes I'm not dressed for you.
So now
sometimes I'm dressed for me.
The point is
a lot of times I think women are dressed for other women.
Okay, I think
they might measure their value based on how men perceive them. But I'm not dressing necessarily for you.
I think you're missing the point. Okay, have you heard of Mugbamuya?
No.
That's like you.
The food wasn't cooked for me, but I was passing by and I smelled the aroma. Now I want it.
Smell and keep walking. Inhale, exhale.
It doesn't always
keep
work
it pushing.
that way.
Yeah. So lack of self-control. Are we back?
Not necessarily.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask both of you. I'm gonna ask both of you one question real quick before I switch to the next topic. I just need a line, yeah. Just one line, that's it. Do you think that when ladies shoot their shot and they get rejected, in a case whereby, for example, I'm going to start a scenario, you and I were friends, yeah?
Okay.
And then you shoot your shot and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I do not see it as this capacity. Do you think we can still keep healthy friendship after the rejection? Okay, go first.
It depends on the people involved. I think men have more practice. Like I said, they're usually the aggressors, and so I think they've had more practice with rejection. While women, on the other hand, I think most times aren't used to being the aggressors, and so are less equipped with handling rejection.
David, what's your own point?
I feel like she said, it's depending on the party involved. I personally have had such instances.
Do you want to share?
I said instances, not an instance.
Well, tell us a story. Tell us something you've gone through.
Well, I've been involved with someone that liked me, and I wasn't
Define involved.
You said?
Define involved,
In
sir.
this context.
No, we weren't necessarily involved. Like, for us to be involved, then it has to be something.
All right, go on. Make your point here.
Nah, so
You are emotionally involved.
No. We're just friends, and
Okay.
then I knew she liked me, but like I acted oblivious about it
Why?
until she actually said something. And
I'm sorry. Why did you act oblivious?
because I knew that I really liked her as a friend.
You didn't want to ruin the friendship. So
Yeah,
the
I
same
didn't want-
reason most women will ignore acting like
I feel
they are aware.
ignoring is less maturity. I feel like you should address every issue that requires.
So ignoring this context is ghosting, yeah?
Yeah, like back at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I feel like you should
Is it
address.
ghosting?
You should address every
I
issue.
mean, it's ghosting in that context, not like you ghosting the person totally. Like you ghosting your
You just
emotions
pretend
totally.
you are
Yeah,
unaware
exactly. Yeah,
of
that's it,
that
yeah.
part.
So the fact that she hadn't
Okay.
spoken on it made me feel like okay, I could just keep on moving and act like I'm oblivious. So at the end of the day, she could beg to differ. You get like she could say, I couldn't just come and tell her.
So
I know
she
you
could
like-
lie
I
and
know
say you
like
were
me,
reading
yeah,
things
yeah.
that weren't
She could always
there.
say no, it's all in your head. But the moment she came and she said, I actually do like you.
But do you know that ladies could do that a lot? Like you feel like they're feeling you same way you're feeling them, and then you get to speak up as a guy, and they're like, oh no, I didn't see.
I don't feel you that
I
way.
don't feel.
Yeah.
I mean, in my head, I'm like, what the
Well,
fuck?
how do
Like,
you? No,
why would
honestly,
you say
but
that's in my
how do you know
capacity?
if? Do you know the truth? You never really know if a person is lying or not. You have to take people at their word.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
either.
All right, so I'm
I am-
just gonna jump in here and then move on to the next one, anyways, because we still have a few more to go, and then we'll spend so much time on this already.
Okay.
What is happening in Guarimpa in Abuja?
I
We
don't
live
know.
in
I don't
Abuja,
live with them people.
and I'm so
They're in the
interested
outskirts. It's a village. We don't go there.
in what is happening in
Guarimpa is a village.
Guarimpa
I'm
is
sorry,
the
I'm
biggest
sorry.
estate in the whole of West Africa.
I'm sorry, you said Grandpa is a village.
Yes, all they have is a fish factory or farm.
I honestly want
park.
to know what's going on in Guarimpa. Honestly,
I don't know them
viewers,
people.
if you live in Guarimpa, I want to know. Guarimpa is like the low budget Lekki, yeah?
I hands off. I didn't
It's
see
just
you
the-
guys have only fish
it's the-
factory.
I mean,
I mean,
I mean, no
I've been
disrespect
there a
to-
couple times. I ain't going back.
I mean, no disrespect to
No
people that
thanks.
stays in Guarimpa, but what is actually going on? It
All
looks like-
disrespect.
It looks like it's the home of Yahoo boys. Let's put it that way.
I don't know
yeah?
about that.
And then runs girls. Like an average girl, like
EFCC, don't take this as an incentive.
I feel like, I feel like it's just like a low budget Lekki where people are trying to impress
Wow.
each other. And what I'm trying to bring up from what is happening, what's going on
You
in
can
Guarimpa
impress.
is, so
It's a project.
I feel like it's a Fugazi lifestyle.
It
yeah.
really
Call
is.
Grandpa the projects.
It
Like,
really is. Have you been to Guarimpa?
No, but that's the
But
truth, yeah. I feel like
you also consider Grandpa the projects.
see, I feel like Guarimpa.
It really is.
No, what I'm saying is this. yeah.
Relative to
Have you been
Nigeria.
to
No, no,
in
no.
Gua-
Relative
it
to
gives me
Nigeria, you call
Lagos.
Grandpa the projects.
Lagos gives me projects.
What will you
Alright,
call
alright.
satellite
Guarimpa
town
gives me
Lagos?
projects.
Wait, let me say this for a fact, yeah. So I feel like in Guarimpa, so many people living in Guarimpa are trying so hard, more than it's necessary. And then they have a feeling that they're in their own world, like everything happens the way it happens in Lekki. They feel like
They
feel
have
like
one cold stone.
Yeah, they feel like they have the nightclubs, they have the restaurants,
Yep.
they have everything, and they feel like low budget. But man, we know that is a low budget hookup areas. Like it's full time hookup area. That's Guarimpa for you.
Thank God I
So
I
don't
ain't
stay
say
in
nothing
Guarimpa.
about
let's
your
call it-
sex lives. Leave me
Is
out
there
of the
Guarimpa
mess.
Kado, Guarimpa Kado, Life Camp,
None of that. None of that.
Katampe extension.
No. You
See,
can't
the
even say.
extension.
You can't even add Katampe extension.
Katampe extension is just.
Katampe extension was built for diplomats.
I
Like,
beg you.
no, you
You
just don't
Katampe
build Katampe
extension.
extension.
No.
You don't just
Okay,
I
build
think the
Katampe
diplomats
extension.
and
Okay,
Asokoro,
okay,
Maitama,
no.
and Guarimpa.
Okay,
You tried
you know
it.
Like people in Maitama wish they live in
Hey,
Katampe
my man,
extension.
my
Are you
man.
kidding
Guarimpa
me?
people are
Amen.
not. No,
Amen.
it's Jabi,
Katampe
it's
extension-
Asokoro,
Katampe
it's
extension
Maitama.
is just one
and maybe
bridge away
Wuse.
from Guarimpa.
Doesn't necessarily mean it's Guarimpa.
And
Like,
then they say some say they stay opposite Guarimpa, but let's not lie, yeah.
David, if you had the house
Opposite,
in
you mean
Katampe
Dawaki?
extension, you
Relax,
will not be here.
relax.
I'm sorry, do you mean Dawaki?
Yeah, Dawaki. They'll say Guarimpa extension. See,
Dawaki is Guarimpa.
wait now, Guarimpa extension and co. Let's not lie. All those areas are like low.
Remove Katampe extension
Dead,
first before we continue
done,
this conversation.
buried.
Like low budget, like
Why are we
like you guys
excavating
really
them
need
people?
to chill. Like
What is
chill
happening?
the fuck out. Like what's happening with you guys? You guys have turned to. I mean, go on everything you can hear about them is the same thing I'm talking about. And let's not lie. Let's not act like we don't know what is happening.
Oh,
We
please,
do-
what's happening? Because I have no clue.
I'm just telling you. So it's like low key hookup zone in Abuja.
Hook up for
Guarimpa,
who?
Guarimpa, yeah.
Can you be
okay.
more specific,
Hook
sir?
up for everybody you can think of, men, women, anything you can think of. Trust me. And I feel like if you're looking guys that have sugar mommy in Abuja,
Yeah, it's like
How?
it's
They're
part,
living
it's
in
like the
Guarimpa.
Lagos part of Abuja.
So
Yeah.
their sugar mummies live in Guarimpa.
no, the boys that look after sugar mommy in Abuja, they live in Guarimpa.
Because they can't afford to live in town.
Because you see, Guarimpa.
No, not about
Their budget
affordability.
isn't-
Because
Their
Guarimpa
allowance,
is
sorry,
actually
not
quite
budget,
expensive.
allowance
Guarimpa is
isn't high
expensive.
It's
enough.
quite expensive.
Actually.
Yeah.
It's actually expensive to live in Guarimpa.
That's why he said it's a
I-
low budget Lekki.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's actually expensive to live in Guarimpa. So that's why I said it's a low budget.
I think
Like,
houses in Guarimpa are more expensive than Lekki safe.
some houses in Guarimpa actually
Yeah.
are great, but some houses in
Who
Guarimpa
wants
are
to
more
live?
expensive
Okay,
than,
never
than
mind.
Lekki.
Let me.
But the point is, I mean, well, I think I made my point about what's
The
happening in
traffic.
Guarimpa.
All I know is I've been to,
Oh,
and the
traffic
traffic
is
was
crazy, yeah.
No,
horrible.
traffic
I
is
was,
life camp.
That's why I called it Lagos. I'm never going
All
back.
right, we have very few more minutes left, maybe about 6-7 minutes left.
No.
But I really want to talk about a side chick, a blessing, or a curse to married men. Okay, don't react yet. Don't react yet. Let me make my point. Is on the last season, yeah, we had an episode where we spoke about influence of sugar daddy in the society. Now, this sugar daddy, they're not dating men. Well, not everybody. But this sugar daddy, what I'm saying is some of them, the side chicks they have or the girls they are dating, they can be tempted to be called side chicks. Now, The same way sugar daddy has a role in poverty alleviation scheme for some ladies. We also need to talk about the influential roles. In less than 2 minutes.
What's the influential
roles
role?
the
Proceed.
side chicks are playing. Okay, do not react yet.
Okay.
David, what do you think? Do you think side chicks are quite influential in our society?
'Cause you
Well,
pay for
influence
it.
could be positive or negative.
Exactly my point. That's why I say influential role.
So yeah, we could talk about the pros and the cons.
Mm-hmm.
So let's speak about the pros. Leave the cons. We know the cons. Everybody knows
No,
the
no,
cons
no.
already.
We don't know the cons.
They ruin marriages.
They do.
You really
How?
don't know the cons.
How do
You
you, get
really
to the
don't know
cons?
the cons,
I
yeah?
really don't.
I really want to hear David's view on the pros. Yeah.
Yes,
So
David,
let's
let's hear your
go for it.
view on the cons
Okay,
and pros.
let's look at it this way.
No, I need a balance. You can't just dismiss
you're working a
pros.
9 to 5. You can afford to keep a side chick or two. Yeah, and then
Side chick or two. Okay, go for it.
and then you
Or 3.
and then all right.
It's
And then you
Abuja,
get
maybe
home.
5.
You get home and then
I
your
got
wife probably
hoes
taking care of the kids,
in
and
different
then
area
she's probably,
codes.
if she's working, she's probably been to work and she's back in the evening, and then you can't tell her to climb your back and then massage your back,
'Cause
and
her
at the same
feet
time
hurt.
then you finish all that, and then you still
So
give
that's
her
a pro.
you still give her back shots. But like, see, the difference is that
Oh,
but-
you
but
are
you're-
not tired.
but
So
you're-
you ain't got no
you're-
job.
listen
Okay,
to it this way.
welcome to
There's-
the minutes, yeah?
See, listen to it this way. Like, the side chick is already, she's willing for whatever. Like, she's willing to take
mean-
you to oblivion.
I mean, you're,
I mean, if I've been doing
you're a
nothing
full-time
else
job
all
I tell
day,
you,
of
like,
you pay
course.
her bills, so
I
you're a
tell
full-time
you,
job.
like, she requires, like, she's really preserving every energy and every mental stability in her mind for you. Like, so she knows that,
I
okay,
bet
once,
your love.
once he comes, he has to come.
Hey, my word. All right, okay, so real quick. Yeah.
It might take 30 seconds, but okay.
Well, as long as it comes, irrespective of its
Okay.
time, whether 30, whether 1 minute, whatever it is.
She might want to help herself. before you
Disclaimer,
get there.
I'm not in
So-
support of side chick in
Um,
case of my future wife.
He might be. It's not a bad thing. If you need help, you need
Okay,
help.
let's hear about that.
All right, so what's your take here?
On what?
So you think the side chicks do not have? So you think side chick is a cost, not a blessing?
They could be both. It depends on
Okay,
the relationship
you wanna
you're
ex-
interfering
Do you
in.
want to expatiate?
I mean, for whoever's in a committed relationship, right? It's dependent on what you want. I think those things have to be discussed with your partner. If you're
Oh, you want to
open,
discuss with your? I don't understand. Wait. I
if
don't
you
understand.
want, listen,
you want to discuss with your partner
anyone,
about your side chick? Is that what you're
yes,
saying?
whoever, if you want an quote unquote open relationship, you would like to have someone take the pressure off on the side. I may be open to that if I can have someone take off the pressure on my side.
Okay, you as a person, you.
Yes,
not
me.
in scenario case. You as a person, are you open to your man?
Hello, have you seen me openly soliciting for a sister wife? Would you like to cook, clean, do everything else I don't feel like doing today?
Are you open,
Welcome to the family.
Are you open to your spouse?
Welcome to the fucking family. I think the
having a
problem.
side chick?
I'm sorry. I think the problem is most side chicks only want to be here for the enjoyment. I'm sorry, you. Your job is to be here for everything I don't feel like doing today. So
Okay.
if I don't feel like listening to this nigga, if I don't feel like cooking, I don't feel like cleaning, whatever, you welcome to the family, auntie. But that also means the day he don't feel like listening, don't feel whatever.
Sadly, we're almost
I
out
get
of,
somebody
Sadly,
else.
we're almost out of time, yeah. And I'm going to just jump on this one, just one sentence. And in one sentence, just tell me, marrying someone by deception. So this is it here.
Ha.
Wait, let me just give you the scenario. I'm married to this person because the person has money. I'm a guy and I'm married to a lady that has money. However, I do not love her, and everything I've told her in my life are all lies except my
Good
name.
night. God bless.
And do you think how should the spouse react
I'm
when
sorry.
she finds out there?
It's a wrap. Thank you for coming. We
Okay.
have nothing else to discuss. This was
Like,
founded on
that's
some
far-fetched.
bullshit
I don't even think
foundation.
that's
I would
supposed
like
be
to
a
cancel.
conversation because he said everything he ever or she ever told
Hello?
you is a lie.
I'm
except the
canceling
name.
my subscription to
Well,
this.
the question,
what-
the question
service.
is this is how do you deal with the hurt when you didn't know all of these things? and
We
you're
deal
every-
the way we deal with
and
everything
you're
Bro,
else.
heavily invested,
But you
yeah.
need to go.
Human beings might be emotional beings, but they could be also very heartless at the same time. So like,
How could you be so heartless?
ba-da-da-da-da-da.
I love it. How could you be so
All right, do you wanna go on?
heartless?
No, like really, the way you fell in love, just fall out of it, bro. It might take a
Not
longer time, but
necessarily.
you didn't exactly fall into a bucket of love. So
Like you're
You
just
see-
walking and then
yeah,
you fall and then
exactly.
inside
So,
love
like,
fell.
I think
before you actually
it's a
fell in love with
mirage.
somebody, it was a process. You first get to like the person, then you like things about the person.
No,
then
you
see,
sent your representative,
you said what?
and that bitch has left the building, and so will I.
All right, great. So is marriage a poverty alleviation scheme?
For who?
I mean, for either. I mean, some ladies believe that the moment
could
I'm
be.
married, my husband has to take care of everything. While some guys believe the moment I'm married, my wife has to take care of all my needs. My only responsibility is the finances.
I
Are
think
we
she should
really
go
doing
first on
this?
that.
Yeah.
Because that again depends on who you're marrying. I'm
Okay.
sorry that you didn't have deep conversations with the person you got married to. Because I need to check your psychology. Here's the thing: if you love a person, right? My general belief is this: I just believe if you love someone, there's no way you want to see them struggle,
Yeah.
especially if there is some way you can help that. And it's not because I want to, or sorry, it's not because I have to. It's because I care about you.
Okay.
So, you, whether I'm helping you, I'm helping the people you care about, you love, right? That expands to. They say love covers a multitude of sins. It also covers a multitude of people.
Okay.
So, whether friends, family, whatever, I care about the things you care about.
All right.
So, I am not trying to. If I'm doing better than you, I don't want to see you struggle.
Yeah.
If there's something I can do about that, fine. But also, you have to check the person you are quote unquote falling in love with or
Yeah.
being with.
Yeah.
In return, if the person loves you, there's a certain level of pressure I will not put on you.
And you. Thank
And
you.
even if you wanted to take it on, I would say maybe check yourself and your limits, because this is more than you can carry. You
Alright.
shouldn't put down someone else.
Great. Thank you very much, David. David is not married, so anyways, I understand if you don't have a stand on. But do you want to be married to someone that feels like you're a meal ticket to her and her family?
Fuck no.
Well, if she
Who
feels
wants
like
to
that,
be?
I think personally, like before, during courtship, or basically before even getting involved with somebody, I try to figure out your mindset. I know
Yes.
people will say, "Oh, you really wouldn't know," like, but I'm quite very perceptive about people, and I feel like
Are you? Are you though?
I like to think up. I like to think about myself like that. Yeah. So
Yeah.
anything that will make me want to really get involved with you, I would really want to know what kind of person you are.
Yeah.
And if you feel very entitled to everything that has to come through me, then it will make me kind of shaky about my decisions with you. But naturally, as an African man, I dey feel say on a normal deal, now me guys foot everything. No, you don't understand. Like,
Okay.
so I don't want to give you that impression, so you don't have to actually feel like, oh, this guy has to foot everything. But me, naturally, that's why I take day. Like, getting stuff from you, self, it go add me. You get. So if you even do for me, to be like over the edge. You get. I swear. Like, I'll be like, oh, this girl actually pulled up for me, like, bad. You get. Because I'm used to being the one that has to do shit for you. You feel me? Yeah.
All right, so it's a wrap for tonight. And then, so from David's point of view, David has no issue if you're the buju and your girlfriend buys you a phone. He has no issues with it. But I mean, it's all good. All right, thank you guys for watching. We'll like you to share your opinion on all the areas we've touched today, and kindly comment, like, and then share this with your friends, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you very much for hanging out with us tonight, and it's a wrap for the night. Good night, everyone. Thank you very much.
Good
and
night.
Have a good night.
Good
See you in
night.
the next one.
Booyah.